Good morning. Alright, so yesterday was Makeup Free Monday, and today I'm going to be doing some makeup to go out into public and go to grocery shop and all that good stuff. As you can see, I'm wearing a tank top today because it is very warm and humid still here in Florida. It's November 13th, and today's high is supposed to be 87, so it's going to be a little warm today, hence the tank top. All right, this morning so far, I have gotten up and taken my shower. No run today, it's a rest day, and dried my hair and did all my crepe stuff that I'm using. I used the eye stuff last night, the little vitamin E pack on my eyes, and I put some depuff on there this morning. This is, in case you haven't watched the other videos, this is what I use in the mornings to depuff my eyes. It's called, let's see if I can get it where it doesn't glare, Garnier Skin Active Clearly Brighter Gel, and it has a little stainless steel ball on the end that rolls the gel right underneath your eyes and helps to depuff them. And so I did that, and I've also already applied my primer, my Revlon Color Stay Prep and Protect Primer and Base. And the reason I put primer on is the crepe things that I'm using on my face, the moisturizers and treatments and all that stuff that they sent me. It has hyaluronic acid in it, which makes your skin sun sensitive. Therefore, I put on the primer because it has SPF 34. I don't know if you can see that right there, SPF 34. So that's going to give my face some skin protection, because I'm a big advocate of sun protection. You have to protect your skin from the sun, otherwise you're going to get age spots, which I already have some. See, right over here. I already have some, and there's some on my eyelid. And so we're just going to try to prevent any more from coming around or whatever. That's what I've done thus far. Now yesterday, or in the couple of videos before, I had bought a new product. This is called NYX Brow Powder, Build 'em Up Brow Powder. And I used it on my brows. And in the last video that I put in, and I used it on there. And I've decided that this color is too dark for me. It's too dark for my brows. It looks a little bit severe when you put it on. So and this is called the brunette color. So I'm going to put a little bit on my hand just so you can see. And it comes, you can hear it has a little ball in there. So that's the color, and I'm going to put it on my hand just so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. It's just it's too dark for my skin tone. And the other thing that I'm not real excited about is it doesn't blend very well as when it's on your eyebrows. So what I've decided to do, now I'm not going to throw this away because I think it was $8. It wasn't that expensive, but I'm not going to throw it away because it's brand new, and I think I can find a repurpose for it. So it is a powder, and I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to figure this out, how to get the powder out of here. And it may just be a matter of pouring it out. I haven't tried it. And I'm going to actually use it as an eye shadow, so that I don't throw it away and it's not going to waste. I just won't use it for what it's intended, the brows. It's just too dark for me. Alright, so let's get in it for today. Today I am just going out in the grocery store, and so I don't have to look like super duper polished, but I wanted to do something fun with some colors today because I like to wear colored eye shadow, and so I'm going to do that. But first, before I do all that, like I said, I put my primer on already, and so now I need to do concealer. And I do light concealer. This is L'Oreal True Match. This is the fair, and I do the fair one down the bridge of my nose because I have a very wide, so I'm going to show you exactly. This is how wide the bridge of my nose is. It's quite wide, right? It's a wide, I mean, that's cartilage right there. There's nothing under, it's nothing soft about that. So that's the actual bridge of my nose. So what I'm doing is I'm putting this line down, this light line down the middle that will highlight that part of my nose, and then I'll put darker on the sides so that it will diminish the appearance. Now I'm not doing it, I decided a long time ago not to do rhinoplasty. And I'm putting some concealer, the Fair, underneath my eyes. And I'll put it across my top lip, because I have lip lines that I'm treating, and I try to diminish their look. I'll put a little bit underneath, so it looks kind of funny. And then I'm going to go in with my darker True Match by L'Oreal. L'Oreal True Match concealer. And I'm going to go in for the dark places that I want. So I have a sunspot right here. I'm going to pull in so you can see. It's not really bad, but it's just enough to be annoying to me. So I'm going to kind of cover that with a little bit of concealer. And then I'm going to go right on the side where I put that stripe. I'm going to go right down here like so. And right down here like that. Wow, I kind of put a lot on there. That's okay. Okay, and then I'm going to put on, I have a scar right here. And if you don't know what that scar is about, you can go watch some of my other videos, because I explain. I have a blemish right there. And I'm going to put that there. And I have a couple of scars under here too, that I'm just going to use the dark on. And then I'm going to take my little tiny, I bought a pack of makeup sponges, and I want to use a sponge every single day, a new one. So I cut them into smaller bits like this, so that I can use a small one every day as opposed to a big one, and save money, because I like cheap things. I've already dampened this. It's already wet-ish. And I'm going to just blend in my concealer. So I'm just going to dab in just like that. And I watch other people's videos to see how they do their concealer. And I see a lot of ladies using these brushes that are like, they're almost like a paddle that they put on their face. And while it's pretty and it makes it smooth or whatever, I feel like you can get the same effect without having to purchase all those brushes and things. So I'm going to just dab in the light colors first, or blend them. You'll hear me say the word blend a lot, because that's what I really think you need to blend your makeup, otherwise you look crazy. Can you imagine if I went out like this? They'd be like, why does she have a weird milk mustache? And why did on the top and the bottom of her face? That's strange. So I'm going to do those light bits first. And I'm going to go on the bridge of my nose, because that's where I did a light color. I'm just dabbing it in. This is just getting it to set where I want it to set. And now we're going to go in and dab the dark parts and just blend those so they're not quite so apparent. Eventually, I think tomorrow, actually, I'm going to show you guys a purging technique. Not like The Purge, not like the movie where you go kill anybody, but a purging technique for your makeup drawer. Because if you're like me, you buy makeup and you forget about it, or you put it in a drawer, or you use it once or twice, and then what happens is it expires and you don't get rid of it until one day your makeup drawer is just an impossible mess. And so I'm going to show you a purging technique that I use. All right, let's pull in to see how we're blended. What do you think? It looks pretty good, eh? All right, I think I want to blend just a little bit right here. Excuse me for turning my face to here, because it just looks a little bit not so blended right there. All right, that looks good. So now I've blended in my concealer. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my eyes. And I'm going to do my eyes first today instead of my eyebrows, just because I think it's going to be a lot more fun. So I found this color. I got this in an Ipsy bag. And it's a little rosy colored, shimmering color. And I'm going to use that as my base color today, from my lash line to my brow line. And I think it's going to look really pretty and rosy because I feel pretty and rosy today. So that's the way it is. So it has a little shaker top like that. And so I'm going to put some in the lid, just like that. And I'm going to swirl my eyeliner, my eyeshadow brush. Now I have cleaned this off already just by using a makeup wipe. And I'm going to put that right on the lid. You can see how shimmery it is. It's a pretty color. I like it. And the reason I do colors is I just like to. I mean, this is a pinky rosy color, but it's not a super severe rosy color. I'm going to just do the other eye. And I'm doing this in the computer today, so I don't have to turn my base to the side. And I'm going to show you a different lining technique, or a different way than I've done it in the past. Because sometimes if you try something new, it works out nicely. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to do it again, and it's all okay. All right, there's my base color. Looks nice, look. It's a nice shimmery pink color. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this City palette, this City mini palette I've used before. You can see the colors that I've used. And I'm going to do something fun. I'm going to take this color right here, and I'm going to put it just above my crease and out here, just above my crease and out here, so that I can blend that in a moment. So this is a different brush, and I'm just going to, actually I can do it in the computer, I think. What I'm doing is I'm blocking this color in, and you can see this is it's a much more intense pigment than the other one. That's all right, don't freak out. I also think tomorrow I'm going to show you a different new hack that I saw online for doing a smoky eye. Some of you may have already heard of it. It's called the hashtag hack. So I saw it and I thought, well, I'll give it a shot and see if I like it. And if I do, great. And if I don't, that's okay too. All right, so we're just going to put this, we're blocking this on. Just like this. This is blocking the colors on. And there it is. That's blocked on. Now, unfortunately, I forgot to bring my blending brush in here. I don't know how that happened. So I'm going to pause the video for just a moment so that you can see how I blend. Alright, so I just had to go get my blending brush, so I did that, and what we're going to do now is we're going to blend in this blocked color because I don't want to walk around town looking like that. And so I'm going to blend this light color first on both sides and on my lids, and I'm just blending it a little bit just to kind of get it set in there. And then I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm blending that deeper pigment, and when you blend you're just blurring the line between the colors so that it doesn't, you can see how different it looks already. This is much more subtle. The color is still there, but it's much more subtle, and this is very blocked and very obvious. And the name of the game is to not look so obvious when you're blending your makeup. And you'll see women walking around with makeup that looks like that, and my theory is they've either not been taught to blend, or they like a dramatic look, and that's what they wanted to do that day, so that's perfectly fine. They're allowed to wear their makeup how they like. But this is a technique I like because it's just a much more subtle look, and this is a deep pigment, so for me, just running around town and going to the grocery store, and I might go to a movie later, this is fine. It's just a little more polished, but it's not too severe. And my thoughts are, I borrowed this from a movie, when you think you've blended enough, blend some more. So I feel like I've blended enough, but I'm going to blend some more just because I think that's a good plan to do. it's a good plan to blend so that you look there. That's a lot better. See, I like that better. And now I'm going to blend this side. And at this side I didn't blend quite so well, so I'm going to do it. And you can see when I blend, my eyelids are very, see how loose they are and crinkly. So blending is kind of important when you have crinkly eyebrows, because the color will settle in those creases and look a little bit too severe or uneven and cakey, which is not a cute look. Therefore, we blend. I'm trying to eradicate the word SO from my vocabulary, because I notice in my videos that I say it a lot, and it's not really a very useful word, so we're gonna get rid of it. And I just said it. All right, there is my blended eyeshadow. The light is a little different on one side than the other. So there's the left side, my left. Here's the right. And it's blended and it looks nice. And now we're going to do my brows. And as I said before, that other brow thing was not cute. And I went back to my old NYX brow powder, Forever, whatever that says. And I'm going to show you the technique I used again the other day for starting and stop. If you're brand new to putting on eyebrows, this is a technique you can use to make sure they're symmetrical. So you take a brush and you put it across your nose like that, and you're going to start your brows right here and right here. And that's just going to give you a symmetrical, you're not going to end up with one eyebrow up here and one eyebrow. You're going to start right there. And for me, my eyebrows start just before my little 11 wrinkles. And I'm going to put my brow powder on my brush. And I will start right there with that one. And I'm going to go up on my arch like this. Ta-da! And I will do the other one the same exact way, if I can. It's a little funny for me to do it in the computer. And backwards, I suppose. I'm just going to go across my arch like that. And now you can see my eyebrows start in the same place. And now it's just a matter of filling them in. I'll fill those in a little bit. And this color, even though this looks a little bit dark right now, when I put on my face powder, it's going to mute the color a little bit. And that will be just fine. And I do a little smudging with my finger just to kind of make it look a little less severe right there. And we'll fill in right here. And there's my brows. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my face powder, because everything that I have on at this point is, actually, I changed my mind. I gotta put my blush on first. So this is Kaleidoscope blush. The label has worn off, but this is what the back looks like. It's called Skin Blush, and it's a really pretty, like, lightish mauvey color, like that. And I'm gonna put that on first before I put my face powder on. And this is like continuing with the pink color palette of today. I just put it on like this and so. And now it's time for my face powder. And so I'm going to use my True Match. Right, and there's the back side. Oh, there's the color. Alright, and I'm going to use my kabuki brush to put that on. And I put it on over my other makeup to set it and to kind of blend the colors a little bit more. And this will set those colors on really nicely for the day, so they'll last all day. And you see it kind of toned down that eyebrow color a little bit. And now what I'm going to do, typically what I do when I line my eyes, I like to line my eyes every day, and I'm going to use this, oh, is it backwards? I don't know, Aurora, and it's the espresso color. And typically what I do is I line all the way across the bottom, and then I do halfway, or just to the colored part of my iris, like right, I'll go right there. So I'm going to do one side that way, and then I'm going to do the other side where I line all the way across the top of the lid so that you can see the difference. And then of course I'll make a match because you don't want to go around looking cuckoo. Alright, so I'm going to line my eyes really quick, so I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did is I lined this eye just all the way across the bottom and just to the colored part of my iris to about right there. And on this eye, I lined all the way across the bottom and all the way across the top of my lash line. And so this is what it looks like from afar, or from about, this is about 12 inches away from the computer screen. And you can see this eye looks a little bit more closed, a little bit more, yes, they're more defined, but the eye itself looks a little bit more closed. And this one is a little bit less lined, but a little more open. And that's the reason I only go halfway, or like a quarter of the way on my eyeliner, because I want my eyes to appear open and awake as opposed to closed. However, since I've lined this one all the way across the top, I need to line the other one all the way across the top because I don't feel like taking it off and starting over. So I'm just going to have fully lined lids today, and I won't look quite as alert. That's just me. Alright, now the other eye is lined all the way across as well. So there you have it. I'm trying to show you all angles. Alright, and now I have applied my eyeliner for today. And to me, it makes my eyes look like they're a little bit more close. And I don't have big eyes anyway, so I'm always looking for ways to make them look more awake and more alert. Alright, it's time for some mascara. So I have my Colossal Waterproof Mascara here. And I'm just going to put that on my eyelashes. And I take this off every single night. And you should too. Get into the habit of taking your mascara off every night. It will help your eyelashes to breathe and grow. And yesterday was Makeup Free Monday, so my eyelashes had absolutely nothing on them all day long. So they got a chance to just breathe and be nice. And I'm just putting a little bit on the bottom. I'm going to put a little more on the top right over here. Just because. And as far as my hair goes today, I'm really probably just going to, I blew it dry, kind of straight out, and I think I'm going to just leave it today. I don't feel like really messing with it too much. And the last thing I normally do is I put on some Burt's Bees, but I forgot to bring it in here, and I don't want to pause the video again. So this is our makeup look for today. It's a little pinky. It's a little bit more colorful, I suppose, and I'm going to change the lighting so you can see. This is a little bit brighter light, so you can see it in different lighting, and here it is in even brighter light. We'll let my computer adjust so that you can see what I'm going to look like in all different kinds of light today. And I think when you put on your makeup, you need to look at yourself in all different kinds of lighting because it will look different. And of course, you're more likely to be in an office situation or outside, and that will, you can see what your makeup is going to look like. Now this is my home lighting, so it's a little bit dimmer, I suppose, and more yellow, because as you get older, you're going to find that yellow light is really kind of nice because it hides the wrinkles. Anyway, that is our look for today, and tomorrow I have a couple of things I want to show you. I want to show you that hack, and we will see you then. So the 3 areas I tell you to work on every single day: spirit, body, and mind. If you work on those 3 areas every single day, you'll be a better person, you'll be a happier person, and you'll be a kinder person. So be kind to people and have a wonderful day.